I joke a lot, but I believe in getting things done too, though.
There we go. We're rolling, and you can start whenever you want, Jerry.
Would you mind?
Luther was like a father. It was like losing my dad again.
It's a day that I dreaded happening.
Okay, my name is Luther Smith Jr. I've been around Quindaro all my life. I was born here in Quindaro.
It was rather difficult continuing my trek to get here after learning of Luther's passing.
He was what we call the old school guy. He knew whatever was going on here till the day he passed.
I've seen Quindaro when it was thriving, and now that it's went down a lot, but I want to see it come back.
You mind sitting next to me? We'll watch the sunset on our porch swing. Nothing can change us all these years, as long as you find me on our porch swing.
Morning.
Good to see you. God bless you. Good to see you, man.
Sometimes we've had people, maybe 20 or 30, depending on what the weather's like, but most years it's nobody.
How much pain can one person take? I can't imagine, but I can be with you now.
Harold Dwight. Harold Mark Meisenheimer. Nice to meet you.
Very good to meet you. Harold is Marvin's brother.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
The black eyed peas are for blessings. The sweet potatoes are for prosperity, and the greens are for health and nutrition. I can't come up with a better close other than to say that even though a lot of the people that helped aren't here anymore, their guardian angels are very present in the moment. And I just have this confidence that God wants their story to be told. It's worthy.
A gentleman who lives out in Bonner Springs said, "Hey, I got some tapes you might be interested in."
Could you see any reason why I have you sitting where you're sitting?
I hadn't paid any attention.
Since it said Mr. Orrin Murray, I was hoping that we might have a clip or two about him.
This could be the area where Helen's mom had her quilts at one time.
When I was a child, I knew of him as a historian that came to my school. I went to Quindaro Elementary.
A little bit more to your left. A little more to your left.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Orrin.
Oh, you want me to open it up?
Sure.
Okay. I don't think, back in my day, we would have said this is a huge VCR tape. I don't think kids today have actually ever seen anything like that. I know I had not. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Orrin was a historian, and when I was younger, tried to talk me into becoming a historian.
Mr. Murray here with us today. He is from the Quindaro area. He has loads of information for you.
My grandfather escaped from slavery from Parkville, Missouri, and he swam across the Missouri River with his wife and his children in a boat. and they landed at the bend of Quindaro over there. So my father grew up in Quindaro, but he would have been born a slave if it hadn't been that Grandpa escaped from slavery with him. I am today the only living man who was present the day that the original John Brown's monument was unveiled out there at Western University, and that was June the 2nd, 1911.
That's Uncle Orrin. As you can see, quite emphatic, and although I think I'd heard that he was the only person who was still around witnessing the John Brown statue installation in 1911, but he was a young kid at that time.
Silas Armstrong was one of the Wyandotte Indians that came to Kansas, was ousted from Upper Sandusky, Ohio, and he is buried in the Huron Cemetery.
He did good here in terms of being an abolitionist, in terms of trying to rescue Union soldiers.
He was involved in the 7th Street Methodist Church, and that was one church that was abolitionist. We did not believe in slavery. The significance of the Huron Cemetery is that when we came in 1843, we lost 60 people right off the bat from measles. The next year a flood came through, we lost another 100. We were promised 148,000 acres, none to be found. So we looked for the highest ground to bury our dead. And the Delaware gave us 3 sections of land, and that's where the Huron Cemetery is.
Here we are, guys. All right, let's check it out. Let's go check it out, Princeton.
At the Battle of Westport, the black soldiers were not allowed to be buried over by Westport. And we said, bring them to us, we'll bury them. There were about 400 of them that are buried in the Huron Cemetery in the southeast side of the sidewalk.
May all your troubles be long gone. It's been a whole long time since you've been breaking your back.
I wasn't born in the hospital like all of you. Yeah, I was born with a midwife.
No.
Let him in here.
Hey!
Get him out of here. How you doing today?
Yeah, good to see you, man. You're looking good. I like that hat.
I seen you.
I also remember about the fact how much he loved the Monarchs. He went to the Monarchs games as a kid.
And then when I went to Washington High School, I was the first black to ever be on the varsity team playing football and baseball. But you know, I'd never played football before. And I made the all-state team playing football. And matter of fact, I guess in 1955, well, I thought I was pretty good anyway. I went over and tried out for the A's. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know it, but I've known Luther since I was a kid. We went to church together. So I saw him as always this dynamic person.
I'm so proud of you. Hey, Luther, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, I got you right next to my mother-in-law.
He was also a civil rights champion, too. I don't know if you knew, but he and Chester Owens were at the lunch counters in Kansas City, Kansas, protesting the fact that African Americans, couldn't eat there.
But you know, the biggest thing that ever hurt me was when I got drafted in the service in 1961. And I went to Fort Leavenworth for my basic training, and then they sent me down to New Orleans, and I rode the train down there, and I wore my uniform and everything, and I thought I was looking good, and everything. And when I got to the train station, I went in there and they had the sign up, for colors, the water fountain. And that broke my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like that here, but there was no signs.
You would think someone that went through some pretty major prejudice in the, from his early years through the 1960s, that he would be an embittered individual, and he wasn't.
When I first came here, there was a lot of stuff in baskets and boxes, down there. So I've done a lot of framing. Just about all the pictures down there that are framed up, you know, it's something that I've done.
I don't think you can express in words Luther's belief for the Vernon Center, and especially the museum.
He treated that museum like his baby. You know, that was his baby. And sometimes he was very protective of that baby, but you never doubted that he loved what he was doing.
Luther was an all-around good guy. He had a federal employment career, but after he retired, he really delved into the museum. Not to say he wasn't involved before.
He wanted to make sure that museum survived, and he was doing all he could till the day he died to make sure of that.
Anytime we brought in a travel writer to the Quindaro Underground Railroad Museum, Luther was somebody who he stood out during their time here. And they always called him by name and referred back to him specifically by his name.
Warriors are not fighters, warriors are the protectors, and Luther was a warrior. Warrior for the Quindaro community, and warrior for those in the community that were fighting to uplift the story of Quindaro and the struggles of enslaved folks to find freedom in Kansas.
I just want to, I want to make sure that my little committee, you know, carries on, you know, after I'm gone, you know, because I'm getting to be a lot older now, and I'm probably the oldest, one of the older guys in Quindaro now. So it's the thing that I want them to carry on and tell the history, you know.
I can't imagine, but I can be with you now.
Title you as a Vernon Center board member?
Yes.
And what is your position on the board?
I am now the museum director.
She has an extremely exceptional background, and she became his assistant. So she kind of latched, so she's now our new director for the museum.
How does it feel saying that?
Crazy and still a little sad because I do miss Mr. Smith, but it's an honor to take on the position of museum director, and I just hope I make him proud.
And I think she is committed to continuing his legacy, maybe bringing a more modern flair to it, but definitely keeping the culture, keeping the ideas, and I think we're going to see some fantastic updates.
Like for example, here he has it starting kind of with Africa, but actually I was thinking about changing it and starting with the indigenous history of Quindaro, and then kind of getting into like the Indian Removal Act. When I first started working, Mr. Smith had mentioned that he thought it would be great if the museum had an audio tour. So that's what I've been working on. Hoping with the audio tour we'll be able to connect us more broadly to the community, but specifically to younger people in the community.
Yeah, a lot of that's connected to the AI, though. People don't know that AI could be good and it also could be bad.
We'll be offering classes here at the Vernon Center, led by the amazing staff, volunteers, etc. We're standing at the site of 1858, the formation of the Vernon School, what it meant as a pillar for education and community. This building has stood strong. The people of this community have stood strong. We have to continue this fight to save, not only save the Vernon Center, but to continue to uplift it, to continue to improve it.
We are having our 81st Midwestern Region Leadership Conference here of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I've been here several times and it's always a new experience. We chose the Vernon Center because it's a historical Black school, and it is important for us to know our history.
Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
So even those people that came to freedom, looking for freedom, they may have been free on paper, but they still face discrimination.
This is a project that's not about one or two people, it's about the community. We're going to need a lot of volunteers. And I want our community to remain positive because our community has been disappointed. I look forward to seeing the smiling faces when they come in here and see the changes that have taken place in this building.
I'm going to get another grant, Luther, and we will continue in your legacy, and we will not let the Quindaro Underground Railroad Museum fall. We're going to honor you within the museum, and we'll make sure that we are good stewards of the museum to see it grow.
I've seen Quindaro when it was thriving, and I've seen it die, and now I want to see it come back. Like I say, I'm not a person that likes to be up front talking, as you can see. But anyway, I just want to get the work done, you know. Yeah.
Understood. Well done, Luther.
Way to go, Luther.
For me to use.
Dance these troubles out of town. Throw 'em in the bonfire down south. Make it get lost in your eyes. He might see